Greetings, everybody. Hope you're okay. Hope you are fine. It is a beautiful day here. It's lovely, isn't it? It's a lovely end of the day, lovely end of a month, lovely end of the year. So we got three things in one: the day, the month, and the year ending all today. Too bad it was on a Friday. It would be end of the week as well, isn't it? Or Saturday. And we hope you're great. Hope you're fine. Hope you had a lovely year. I know a lot of things happened this year, but it's always good to end on a positive tone. Why? Because it sets the base for the next day, for the beginning. You want to end and start with something positive, something good to look up to. No matter what you've been through, we've all been through a lot of this year. Some have been through worse, some have been through a little, but in the end of it all, we want to say thank you. Always be grateful for the things that you have gone through, because some have lost a lot, some have gained a lot, some wish to be where you are. So you can never complain about what you've lost, or you can say thank you for the things you have and say, hey, there are those who don't have what I do or what I have. Let me say thank you for those things that I have achieved, that I have done this year. You know, we can always look at the bad side and say, goodness me, many people died. My business shut down. I lost my job. I lost my friend, my partner. But what also did you gain for that? Every coin has two sides. So there's a way you lose and there's where you gain. Sometimes we gain by losing. Some of the things you thought were important, and once they left, you're like, oh my goodness me, I needed that. Was that me? Did I need that? So it's not necessarily true that you need everything that you are going through. But all in all, I want to say, hope you did not waver, you did not lose your vision, your mission, where you want to be. And once you fall down, you pick yourself up and you keep on moving. We close all those ends up, we tighten up, and we say, this year, this is what happened. I won this, I lost this. So everything that happened, whether good or bad in your eyes, was important. Everything that happened is for you to learn a lesson. So the key is, what did you learn from everything that happened? You got rejected, someone stole from you, somebody took whatever was yours. So all these are things that are good for you to learn this year. So if you remember what you did, if you recorded them, you can say, what did I learn from this lesson? Whatever happens, whether good or bad, has a positive intent behind it, and that is for you to move on to the next level. When somebody rejects you, when somebody doesn't like you, sometimes it's your own benefit. Not all the time, but sometimes you have to look, hey, you have to think outside the box and say, if they had liked me, I'd have done this. At times when you like something so much, you don't know that moment that it's not good for you, because you're blinded by your passion or your lust or your love for it. After you're like, oh my goodness me, that thing was bad for me. It was actually the wrong direction, So always don't get too mad, don't get too frustrated when you don't get what you want, because sometimes if we get what we want, it might not be what is right, or might not help us move to the next stage. So I want to say thank you guys for all the beautiful things that have gone through this year. Shout out to everyone, wherever you are across the world, wherever you are. Hope you're great, hope you're fine. My name is Josh. I am a mindset coach. We help people empower themselves, transform their lives through positive thinking, getting in touch with your emotions, being emotionally intelligent, handling emotions, and taking the right, correct, smart action. Because we can think, we might feel, but it's the actions that will bring us what we want. We can talk, we can pray, we can meditate. It's good, but we need to go out there and get it done. It is the action that we want, and it is a correct action. I repeat, the smart action. We do not want the hard actions, walking up early in the morning just because you have to, because you have no choice, then traveling back and forth, then trying to please others, then trying to make people like you, then trying to do that, to do this. That is hard action. We want the smart action. Love yourself. Always be grateful. Never complain. Do things the easy way. Life is, keep it simple. Do what works. We do the smart actions that get you where you want to be. So let's dive in. This is a beautiful day. So let us enjoy this last time here, guys.
That's good.
door open no matter what. There's always a door open no matter what. It's time also to increase to develop your skills as an entrepreneur. You end up putting more education, more knowledge in your business, isn't it? So make sure you find a course which helps you improve your IQ or your intelligent substance here on your niche or your industry. So whichever business you're in as an entrepreneur, which we all are, make sure you read more, understand more of what you're doing, so you become an expert in what you're doing. You become an authoritative. You want to become an authority in whatever you do, so they can come to you. Because if you're not, chances are that you are chasing people. But if you're an authority, they come to you, and you decide how much they pay, how much you give back. So learn to be an authoritative figure in your industry. Whatever you are, do it. One thing is to always tell your story. Always tell your story. Your story is the number one thing that nobody else can experience or steal from you, because it's only you who has gone through it. We can do courses, we can write other stuff, we can write books about our story, or my story, your story. That is the thing that gives you the power. If you want to do something great, tell your story. People love stories, especially your own story. Look at someone who's successful. What do we say? Oh, where did he start from? What did he do? What does he eat? How did he overcome it? Those are the things people want to know about people when they are doing well. So your story is what actually sells, not actually you or what you have to give, but what you've been through, your experience, your journey. That is what attracts people, because people don't say that you look like them. You are one of them. You can go through it. It's been done before. Yeah, it has been done before. So think about it. Think about it. What is your story? What have you been through? What have you solved that nobody else has solved? There are things that you have gone through, things you have learned that nobody else has gone through. That's how unique you are. Something I can do that nobody else in the world can do. Why? Not because I'm better. It's because I've been through those experiences. I've studied this course, that course. I've gone through this experience. I've gone through that experience. All those have merged together. No one in the world is like you in that sense. That is your power. Nobody has gone through what you've been through. So use it as your power and use it to teach others about how you can do it, how you went through it. Write a book about it. Do a podcast about it. It's all online now. It's free. If you pay internet bills, podcasts are free. Anchor.fm is free. All you have to do is put up your content and put it up there and distribute it to different channels. There's Spotify, there's even Amazon, there's Apple, and a few more, which I don't know if it is Google's own podcast as well. But those are all platforms which take your podcast for free from Anchor FM. So there's also Zoom, guys. You pay for the Zoom, you meet people online, talk about your experience, charge a fee. Good. Facebook now also gives people the chance to pay for paid events on Facebook. If you have a Facebook page and a business which is legit, which is registered, they give you a chance to start having paid events on Facebook as well. So everything is shifting online. So also the cash, guys, we are no longer using cash for a while. So when I start changing your cash into assets, because as we see, it's becoming a cash-less society. It's very hard to steal. People are also using a lot of fraud, but yes, we just have to be secure. But people are using more digital ways of payment. So this is the new year next year, guys, or in the next 4 hours. This is the new 2021, where we are going, guys. So you want to be in the zone, motivated. I know people are dying. I know people are losing their jobs. I know people are feeling bad, but it's still got to be motivated. Because why? If I stop being motivated, then I lose as well. I can't help others if myself I am dying, if I'm not feeling good. For you to help others, make sure you are okay first. As I say in the plane, before you put on someone else's mask, wear your mask too, isn't it? So when I get into the zone of helping yourself and boosting yourself first, so you can have the energy to help others. Well, that is the year that we're going through, guys. So that is the year in a nutshell. So whatever you're going through had a positive intent behind it, whether good or bad, whether positive or negative, whether you accepted or rejected. All those were good. Why? Because some things I applied for and they said no. I applied for some marketing schemes. They say nope. I applied for some courses. They say nope. I didn't feel bad. Because of they don't like me. Or maybe it's my hair. Maybe it's my height. Maybe they're just jealous. Maybe it's because it's my voice, my accent. Whatever says no, say thank you and walk away. Don't assume something else. Even if it is true that they don't like you, just some things aren't meant for you. Not everything is supposed for you to happen. So don't feel bad at start complaining, this, that, and that. Some things you do it, some things you get, some things you don't. We also had a lot of protests during the year. People were protesting about what's going around. So all that happened during the year, but now people have forgotten it because it moved on. Those things are there, but their time came and they moved on. But this year is going to be another new year. For those who are in the UK, we are fighting the new corona strain. Apparently also been found in France. So many of the countries in Europe have blocked their trades with us in the UK. So we are back to being a bond. And also Brexit. So we have officially got a deal from the European Union to come out of the European Union itself. So that's a plus for some people. That's also a minus for some people. So every event, some people will lose, some will gain. Depends on which side you are and how much you have to gain from that event. But the key is to be positive is to do not let circumstances change your mind or your vision. Unless you have to be flexible, but one definition of being positive is not being moved or changed by circumstances. And if you can do it for yourself, guys, if you can do it for you, that's one thing you need to have is that's a powerful, I'll call it a skill or character to have. If you cannot be moved by people's opinions, what people say, what people think about you, what's going on around you, and you are strong, you have a strong foundation, you're stalwart, Why? Because people will say this. Some will say, I don't like your hair, Josh. Oh, you're just too short. And some say, I'm too skinny. Oh, you're too tall. Oh, you speak too fast. So what to listen to? The point is, listen to what people are saying. If it's good, yeah. If it's bad, take it out. But do not be moved by people's opinions or what the world says. What's in the news? What's happening there? My neighbor lost somebody. Oh, he got corona. I'll get as well. No. To be positive is, one definition is not to be moved by anything. It can be opinion or circumstance around you. You want to be in that zone whereby you are always stable-minded and you have a vision. If you lose a customer, still go ahead. If you lose a business, still go ahead. If you lose a partner, still go ahead. Yes, there's the morning side. You feel left out. You can feel rejected. That's normal because that's a feeling we always get. So understand how you feel, how it made you feel, and don't do it again or try to avoid this kind of feeling. But if they come, acknowledge them. But okay, I'm feeling sad. Why am I feeling sad? What made me feel sad, and how can I change it? So always acknowledge your feelings, and if it's negative feelings, so if it's a negative feeling, that is like a warning or a sign like, hey, something's wrong. So you feel like you're being sad, you're getting angry, like, ooh. Always pause, don't react to it. Think, what did I do? What made me get angry? What made me feel like this? How can I avoid it? I'm going to take action. So don't always be quick to react. Oh, what? Oh, you hate me? Oh, what? They rejected me? What did that guy say? What did she say? So always learn to think fast before you respond. Sometimes you don't need to respond to some things. Sometimes you need to respond, but not all the time you need to react and respond to things because somebody said them. People allow their opinions, so you just allowed your silence not to reply them. It's a positive end to a positive year. Why positive? Because everything negative and positive was positive. Everything you lost, everything you gained was positive. Because why? It was present. Because to be positive means to be present. Everything that is affirming that exists, not doesn't exist. So did we lose businesses? Yes, it existed. So that is a positive. Did we gain some friends? Yes. Did we lose some people? Yes. So that's a positive because it happened. So positive means it happened. It is grounded. It is affirmed. It is confirmed. That is being positive. Whether somebody died, that's positive. Somebody got corona, that's a positive because they did a test and they found they had that it is in him. So that's a positive. So positive is whether good or bad, it is positive. Some people think, oh, he's too positive. No, not positive. Everything is positive because if you feel bad, that's a positive. Because once you acknowledge that you feel bad, you're saying, yes, I've done a test on myself and I'm feeling bad. So that is a positive result. So positive is just being there, is having a greater quantity than zero. So if you have anything more than zero, that is one that is being positive. Positive before was, in the beginning, was from the laws being officially laid down. So once something is officially laid down, always but out is a form that is positive. So if you're officially in a business, that's positive. If you're officially in a relationship, that's positive. If you officially lost your partner, your business, or your livelihood, that is positive because it is affirmed, whether good or bad. So positive is not about good all the time, it's about negative and positive. So every action or reaction has a positive intent behind it. Those who steal, they take to feed their hunger or to steal to sell on. That's a positive, they're trying to cater for a certain need or a certain feeling they have. It's just the method is different. The method might be negative. So every intent has a positive motivation behind it. So that's why we want to end the year on a positive tone. As somebody said, if you can be positive in a negative situation, you win. If it's raining, weather is bad, people are losing, and you're still positive, you're still happy, you're still focused on your missions, then you win. Why? Because you won't be distracted, you won't lose your focus. You make the right decision. You won't panic. You won't worry. You won't doubt. You won't fear. You'll say, right, this is happening. Left, right. Disease here. Jobs are losing out. People are homeless. People are hungry. If you get negative, you're gonna think, oh, panic. What can I do? Oh my goodness me, the world is ending. How help? What can I do? No. You start panicking. You make wrong decisions. But you say, right, this is happening. But how can I stay positive and help them too without getting emotionally involved and losing my way? It's like driving. Those who get accidents is because they get distracted or they lose their way. That's why people get lost. If you're driving on a long road and going somewhere, once you get lost or you decide to get your eyes or mind off where you're going, then you start looking other places. That's when you swerve off or you cause an accident. Somewhere with your goals, definitions, life, whatever. Whenever you focus on where you're not going instead of where you're going, then you tend to lose your direction. So this is a beautiful time, guys, to say thank you to the beautiful year we had, 2020. It was a great year. It was 2-2. It was like 2020. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 is a number of testing, 4 can be a number of testing. So a number 22 is significant, isn't it? It was 2-2. 0 is 22, 11. So that's a significant number. That's the number in the Hebrews. They have the Hebrew letters was 22. So 2020. Also called the year of the return. So 2020 was a very significant number for those who like the maths and the astrology. Everything's maths. So it's like on top of the 20, which is 40. 40 was the number of days of testing. 40 days of the flooding, 40 days in the wilderness. 40 is the number of days we used to test. As 2020 is 40. Like that, 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 is another number which has the 4 pillars, the 4 corners of the earth. There are 4 sides to a square, so 4 one of those. So you can have 2. 2 is the double, the dual, the negative and the positive, black and white, man and woman, day and night, hot and cold. So that's 2. So all that is all in the 2020. 2020 in its mathematical form was the year of big change, isn't it? Because everything shut down and everything went up in 2020. That's when it began. That's when it ended. It was the ending of an era for some industries, and it was the beginning of an era for some industries, all in 2020. 2020 is 40, which is, for those who use the biblical stories, the flood. I think it rained for 4 days and 4 nights before, when Noah went into the ark, it rained for 4 days and 4 nights before it actually started floating, moving around. Jesus was fasting for 4 days and 40 nights in the wilderness when the devil tried to tempt him. There's number 40. I've missed a couple of number 40s in the Bible. It talks about tempting and testing. So 2020 was like a year of testing. Was 2020, if you add the 2020s, it's 20 plus 20 is 40. It's a year of testing, you guys. So if you are tested this year, guys, welcome to the world. If that relates to you, for those who understand the 4 days of fasting, people fast. Oh yes, when you fast as well, you normally fast for 40 days. When I did the fast as well, I did the fasting for 40 days. This year was a fast from the Lord. So 2020 was a fast. 2020, 20 plus 20 equals 40. I said it's a year of the fast, of the year of the testing. And boy, did it test a lot of people. Some could handle it, some couldn't handle it. Some had to protest, some had to fight it out, some had to think twice, some had to change their way of thinking, some had to relax, some had to work harder. But this year was a test for all of us, isn't it? It was a big test for all of us. So 2020 in its astronomical form or in the mathematical form was a big value. 22 is 22, number of Hebrew letters in the alphabet, Hebrew alphabet, 22. Significant. 22 is also, it can be 11. 11 is also the big number as well. Think about it. 1 plus 1 is 2. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 4 in the number 2020. So that was a big year, and boy, did we test it. So 2021 is a year that a lot of things are going to rise up, especially the e-commerce industry now, because 2020 just began before, but this year is when it was actually sealed in and people actually made the shift. Not because they wanted to, but because some had no choice and that's where it was going. Before it was, people said before it was a business year, but now this year, it forced many of us, and a lot of people, I think more than half the world now shifted online, to the cloud, to the mind. So we shifted from the lower thinking to the higher thinking. Think about the cloud. The cloud is symbolic of heaven, the up, the high. We were on the physical way, we were using our meetings, physical now, but now it's more about virtual, about digital. The cloud, the heavens, that means the head, that's the top, that's the spiritual. So everything has shifted from the physical to the spiritual, to the virtual, to the up. As it was in the beginning, it will be in the end, guys. So the beginning is the end, the alpha and the omega. The Aleph and the beta. not the left, not the beta. But so this is the beginning of an end, or the end to the beginning. It depends on how you see it. But all in all, 2020 was a year of testing. So don't forget that 2020 is 20 plus 20, that is 40. 40 is the number of testing. I don't know, when people fast, they fast for 40 days. When Noah went to the ark, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. Jesus was fasting 40 days. Not 40 again somewhere. I think after his resurrection, right, after 40 days when he went back to heaven. Read the Bible in its mathematical form, there are numbers in there. It could be any as well. They say it takes between 30 and 40 days to form a new character. So you see. And number 4 is significant as 4 is the pillars. If you look at a square, they're all equal because of the 4 sides, which are all equal. So that's number 4 coming in again. 4 sometimes equals equality, sometimes 4 equals equality sometimes, especially when it comes to a square. Because the 4 sides, they're all equal. So there's 4. So 4 is like a encapsule, something which holds it together. You have the 4 corners of the earth. You have the 4 pillars. You have the 4 living creatures which Ezekiel saw in his dream. You got the 4 all over the world, and 2020 is a 4. 20 plus 20 is 40. Testing 4 is a equality. It's a square. So don't forget your maths and your astrology, guys. It's important because we all do maths. We add, we subtract. That is maths. You got 2 hands. You got 2 feet. That is a 4, isn't it? We got 4 limbs, guys. 2020 was a 4. We got 4 limbs. Almost most of us, though some people don't have less, but a normal human being has 2 hands and 4 legs. Those are 4. 2020 was a year of return. Many people moved from America back to Africa in 2020. It's a year of return. For those who are going back home and said, had enough of America, I'm going back, was a big shift. Many of the celebrities moved back. Jamie Foxx was there. I had him there. Dr. Chris all getting passports and citizenship in Africa. So they went back home to their native lands or to the people. So there's a big shift. So this last year was a very big shift. If you look at the whole picture, look at the different news sources, see what's going on around the world, it is a lot. 2020 was a great year, the year of testing. 2021, for those who passed the test this year, this next year is going to be great. For those who use the lunar solar calendar, our year will end just in March when spring begins. So we use this calendar for the world events such as, appointments. But for those who use the spiritual time, we use the sun and the moon to create our calendar. So the different calendars. So I use this for monthly time, but for spiritual times and for more astronomical times, I use the lunar solar calendar. So which uses the sun and the moon and begins when spring starts, which is in April, March time there. If you look at the spring equinox, that's when my year begins. But the year for appointments for the world, I use the Gregorian calendar. Even before it became into use, before we had the lunar calendar and the other calendars, and the solar calendar. But as time passed by, people who came into power put in their own calendars. So for us who are in the 10th month, we have two more months to go. December is 10, Dec is 10 in Latin, is it? In Roman, so it's a 10th numeral is DEC. So we've got 2 more months to 12 for all of us who are waiting for January, then February. So March, April is when we'll have a new year for those who use the spring calendar. But for those, let us celebrate the Gregorian calendar. This is our last day of the year in 2020. So I'd like to know what happened. What were your thoughts this year? What did you go through? Did you have a great time? Was it positive? Did you lose some? Did you gain some? What did you gain? What did you lose? I gained a lot. As soon as lockdown began, for me, I moved up. I got a new place to live. I got an online radio station where I can play radio music. I got another company on there. I met new people. So for me, it was positive. I lost. Yes, we lose, we gain. I lost some people who didn't want to speak anymore. So for me, that was a positive. So I said not everything lose is bad. So I would say I lost because we slept together, and when I moved, that connection was lost, and I was happy because there was nothing I was doing with them, to be honest. So the things I lost this year, I lost a couple of opportunities. I didn't able to join some courses. I lost that I tried, so I lost some things. Many things I lost, but also what did I gain? I gained a lot. I gained the knowledge. There are also free courses online that I applied for and I got. I joined up free today. I just got enrolled on a business today. Shout out to you, wherever you are today. I just got enrolled on a business on the last day of the year. Tell me, Someone was giving me details quick. Josh, send me this. I sent. We're enrolling you now. I was like, wow. Guys, I'm telling you, be positive. No matter what happens. Things are going bad, but always have a positive mind. So my positive end to this year is I got enrolled on a business. Somebody enrolled me today. I joined another business. I got another one in November, and I got promoted straight away, plus a bonus. My point is, there are very many opportunities out there. Get them. Always good to have a few streams of income. I repeat, please, I'm begging you, have a few streams of income. People say I don't want to spread myself thin. Now you understood why. People, those who had only one job and it's gone, what are they doing? If the government is not subsiding for them, what are they doing? How are they going through? They must be really struggling. Those who had only one source of income and it's gone, they must be really, I would say panicking, worrying. I understand if you're panicking, worrying that, because that was their line of, how can I say, source of income, source of life for the bills, for the holidays, but it's gone because of the industry, because of the pandemic. So the point is, have more than one source of income. It was said before, but because people were relaxing, nothing was there to force you out of it. It was no real threat. People didn't do it. But now people understand, because now there's a physical threat and a mental threat. Now people understanding that point. So some things it's good to see where they're going and do it before it happens. So that way you're preparing for the future. But you can wait until the time comes when you quickly run, you can get in. But for those who see early and say, right, this is coming, let me make steps ahead. My point is, have multiple sources of income. You have many shoes. For those who are comfortable, you have many shoes. You have many, garments to wear. I'm sure you have many plates. You have many pens. You have a lot of hair. So my point is, why don't you have a lot of incomes? People, it's the same thing. The way you do one thing, guys, is the way you do everything. If you have more than one pair of shoes, one jacket, you have more than one. Some have 3 shirts. I've got probably 3 pairs of shoes. I've got a pair of socks. I've got a pair of stuff I would mention. I've got a number of pens. I've got a number of books. The point is, we all have variety. It's not for pride, but it's have a variety, because every situation calls for something different. So you have a variety of dresses, as women do have many dresses, which is good. Because if there's a party, you wear dress, certain dress. If you're going for a formal gathering, certain dress goes there. If you're going for sports, certain dress. So you have a variety, as women do have the dresses for every occasion, which is very nice. Men need to copy that. Some men just wear one thing for every place. Like, oh, dude, you wear one suit for everything. No, you gotta see where you're going and what's appropriate for that. So we all have different. We know, but that's how it works. That's how the world works. We have different, I'll say, things for different circumstances or different situations. So it's the same with money, income. Most people, we've been taught that is evil, that is wrong. No. If you have different shoes for different occasions, if you're jogging, you have jogging shoes. If you have smart shoes for meetings, wedding shoes, it is normal, it's good. Same thing with your money. Make sure you have a variety of sources of income for your money, because now you understand the way you have dresses, if you're a lady, or shoes, or if you have money, you have different track suits, or you have different suits, or you have different shoes, or different dumbbells for exercise, different things. So it's something with money. Now you should have a source of income, at least 3 or 4. Most of them now, guys, are free to join online, so please get in touch if you're looking for a source of income. There's affiliate marketing, there's network marketing. Most of them are free to join. Some you can pay a fee, but you get it back. If you go to online, guys, there's a lot of affiliate marketing online. There are so many, and they're free. They are free. They are free. I'm telling you, they're free. You get paid. Someone will pay you £100 if somebody buys from you. You join for free. You don't need a CV, you don't need an interview, you don't need that. All you get to put up is just your details. Some obviously want to know who you are. Your name, your email address. Some ask your address, some your physical address, some ask for ID if it's very high value. But some of them just sign up your name, email address, give you a link, put it on Facebook, people buy, they pay you money into your PayPal account. And the thing is there, you don't have to go find again, it's there. People come there, they get it. So guys, there is plenty of opportunities. So this pandemic has taught us to not rely on one income. Before, it was not really important. People were like, what? Hey, I know, I'm cool. I'm cool, man. It's cool, because there's no threat. When there's no threat, people relax. When there's nothing, people relax. They don't plan for the future. It's party here, party night over there, barbecue here. It's good to party when you have won, when you are secure. Party here, this friend, that friend, I'm talking about now. People are panicking. Things are shutting down at a high rate. And here in England, before was the south, now the west is gone. Now it's going to be the whole country, and people are stuck indoors. Now, if you don't have an income, nothing to do, you're gonna get depressed, guys. You'll be depressed if you don't. If your mind is not stable, if you're not positive. That's my point. Is develop a positive mind. If you're alone for so long, you get lonely, depression. People get suicidal. People have mental health issues. You gotta learn to be happy in your own space. To be by yourself. Be positive, guys. You gotta be positive. Let's play a bit of song in the background. Always be positive. You gotta learn to be happy in your own space, to be by yourself. Very positive, guys. You gotta be positive.
That's good.
So I want to say a big shout out to 2020. Thank you, 2020, for all that you've given us. 2020, you were awesome. You were great. You were perfect. You did everything well. We love you. Take care. You brought the good. You brought the ugly. You brought the beast. You brought the rewards. You brought the money. You brought the laughter. You brought the rejection. You brought the hatred. You brought all the protests. You brought all the anger. You brought all the revolutions. You brought different presidents. That, my friend, was 2020. The year of testing. 40. 2020. 20 plus 20 equals 40. 40 is the number for testing and seeing your ability to endure. Persistence, patience. Patience is when you endure without complaining. Something you're waiting for, but you don't complain, you don't lose your way. That's patience. You've set the ball rolling, but now you're waiting for it to mature or to be productive. So you're patient, you wait without changing your mind. That is patience, not waiting, but patience. 2020 was a year of testing. Number 4. 40 is the number of equality. You got 4 is it keeps you in a square. The 4 pillars of the earth, the 4 corners of the earth, the 4 pillars of foundation, the 4 principles, the 4 cherubim and seraphim, the 4 creatures. 4 is a very significant number. The 4 limbs on the human body. You know. So 40 is a number which went for this year. 2020, 40. Testing, patience, fasting. And boy, were we tested this year. All in all, is ending in the next 3 hours. So for those who were with us, so don't know where you're going for your New Year's. Actually, yeah, there's no meeting this year for New Year's. So many years we had all had New Year's around the world. People have fireworks, you know, but I don't think it's gonna be on today, guys. So I can hear some in the background. Are you planning fireworks anyway, guys? Because always celebrate no matter what. Yep, you gotta celebrate. Because those who are not celebrating now, when you are not feeling well, they'll be celebrating. When the birthday comes, they will celebrate, guys. Think about it. I know people are suffering, but in most cases, people want you to suffer. When they're suffering, they want you to feel bad because they're suffering. But when they are happy and you are not happy, they won't feel bad for you, will they? I'm not saying you shouldn't feel bad, but think of it that way. People lose, yeah. But when you are losing and when they are on holiday, they won't stop the holiday to come for you. So my point is, yes, show empathy, but also sympathize, but don't lose your way or change your mind for the people. Because once it happens to you as well, people won't come back. Very few will come for you, but it's normal. It happens to everybody. So that is their time to go through that situation. Because support them emotionally, you can be there for them, but don't get involved because that is their lesson to learn, not yours. That is the mistake we people do sometimes. Like somebody's suffering, oh, let's suffer with them. Let me stop. Let me sell my car to suffer with you. Let me do this for you. Let me stop this so you can get comfort. But it's the lesson you learn. No, it's not for you to learn. It's for them to go through. So you can support them without getting involved, but help them get back to their feet. But also, don't lose your way because once you are down yourself, which happens to everybody, sometimes you'll be up. They won't be there as well. And it's not wrong because they know it's your turn. So don't give in to people when they blackball you. Oh, it didn't come for you. I'm suffering. You weren't there for me. That is for them to learn their lesson. We all go through it. It hurts when you're alone, when you lose, when you're rejected. But it's for you to learn, not for everybody to feel bad because of you. So if you've been rejected, if you've been hurt, don't let others feel the pain. That is your pain. Don't press on others. Don't push on others. Don't push in your grief on others, your hatred on others. If you've lost, take it in. People out there who, once they lose, want to blame you, push it on you and others. So be careful of those who do that to you, guys. Don't do that, and don't put that to you. Your experience is your experience. Whatever you're going through that dark time, that place where you're losing is for you to learn a lesson, not for everyone to come and give you kisses and cuddles because, oh, without you, the world will stop. So keep on going, guys. People going through, wish them the best. Show your support, but also got to keep on working, keep on being happy. When they're there, mourn the mourn, there's a time to mourn, there's a time to weep, there's a time to be happy, there's a time for sorrow, there's a time for joy. There is a time for everything. Recognize the time and use the right action and the emotion. It's time to mourn, guys, time to mourn. It's time to be with the sorrows, go show your sorrows. But it's time to be happy. Don't be happy when the morning, don't be mourning when it's time to celebrate. So this is a time for celebration. Why? Because it is the end of the year. When we are saying goodbye to the testing, 2020, to the year of return, to the 4 pillars, to the 40 days of fasting, the 40 years of fasting. It was since 1980 till now, isn't it? That's the 40 years now have passed. I don't know if you like maths. So something like 1980, that's 1 plus 9, 10 plus 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. So 9 is a significant number. So 1980. That's 20 years before now, 20 Gregorian years, so 40 Gregorian years. So 1980 was 1 plus 9 is 10. That's 8, 8, 9. Oh, what is I'm talking about? It's just a coincidence. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. So that was a 9 for those who are significant. So think about it. Oh, there's 198 something. So 9 was a significance. After 9 was a 40 to get 2020. So that's 2020, which is a 4. So it's all maths, guys. It is all maths. Everything. It's all maths. It's also time, but maths is, get your maths right. You'll get all the things right. being positive about your maths, your numbers, because all the numbers, those who make it in the business, it's all about the numbers. No, the numbers never lie, guys. Numbers never lie. 2020 never lies. It's 40. Guys, 2020 is 41.50. No, it's 2020. It's 40. 40 is when people fast for 40 days. It's the year of it was, or it still is the year of fasting, the year of preparation, the year of waiting for the next. After the fast comes what? Celebrations. After 2020, after you fast for this year, then next is celebration. After you fast, after that is when the good things come. So this is the year of fasting. Think of it as the year you have to go through. Say thank you for the fasting, for the things you've lost, for the things you've gained. Say thank you for everything. Those who say no to you, those who spoke bad about you, those who are trying to teach you, those who are trying to put you down, because they saw where you are going and they said, try to bring you to where they were. So that means you are important. So I'm saying, oh, they don't like my color, they don't like my nose, they like my accent. Say, hey, they're thinking about me. Those are my fans. Hey, they're talking about me. That means I'm important, isn't it? I'm a celebrity. Oh, right. you gotta walk your head up. If people speak about you, whether good or bad, that means they're acknowledging you. Remember, everything is positive, whether good or bad. Just don't let it hurt you. Don't let it change your mind. If you understand not to change your mind. When people speak about you, whether good or bad, that is them acknowledging you because they're saying you exist and they're talking about you. So that's a positive because it helps you market. Remember, all news is good news. If bad news, it all travels. All news is positive news, if bad or good, because every news travels. It spreads your influence. So if people speak about you, yes, some people are rude. There are people who are nasty. They speak bad. That's fine, but you gotta find a way of handling them. Either you avoid them or you learn how to be bigger than the problem, but don't let it change your mind or wherever you're going. You have to be positive in those people around. Let them speak about you. Let them be the fools. That's life. Somebody has to be the fool. I'm not going to be the fool. Let others be the fool. Let those be the losers, not me. I don't want to lose. So think like that. If you want to be mean, don't rush to explain yourself. Oh, no, that's wrong. Don't rush to be right, to be correct, to argue. Let them think whatever they want to think, guys. It's their truth. You don't have to agree with them. Yeah, I don't like you. I think you're arrogant. That's your point. You walk on. Life goes on. If they're so bad, then why are they talking about you? If you're so horrible, then why are you talking to me? Think about it, guys. So then pick somebody who's good. Guys, positivity. Everything you do is positive. Because if you're hungry, if you're stealing, if those who are killing, those who are stealing, those who are manipulating, those who are cheating, those who are oppressing, those who are lying, those who are destroying, it's all positive. Why? Because they're trying to fulfill a positive need or feeling or desire. People, those who are killing are trying to get rid of something that is annoying them or is out of the way, so they choose the killing method. So it's a positive intent to achieve something. Everybody is trying to achieve something, no matter what. So that is one thing. But to be positive, trying to achieve something. We all have desires to achieve something. So it's an effort that might be what we call ethical and unethical. Some people might kill, some people might talk to you nice, some people might force, some might manipulate to get what they want. But everybody is on a positive route because they're moving towards what they want. Now, definition of positive is moving to what stimulates you, what interests you. So everybody is on a positive route, if it's bad or negative, if it's stealing to kill or to cheat or to manipulate or to destroy, because everyone moves to what they like or what stimulates them, what is interesting to them. So by moving towards what is interesting to you or what stimulates you, you are on a positive route. Hence the word positive is moving towards something which stimulates you or is of interest to you, whether good or bad. So it's all about being positive. Positive is not also the good, optimistic, and cheerful. It's about going to something that you want. It's all about not changing your mind. It's all about being clear of yourself. Those who are not positive are the ones who are not doing anything. They're lazy. Those who have no goals, no ambitions, don't know what they want, always changing their mind. Or those who don't think highly of themselves, that's not being positive. So those are the ones who get left behind. People complain, oh, it's unfair, but it's unfair because it's happening to them. But if you're in a garden and you're planting, let's say seeds or let's say apples or let's say bananas, let's say you're planting carrots, you want a good fruit, right? So the ones which do not grow or those who die early are the ones you put away. You weed them out because they're not productive. That's a law everyone has to follow. If you're gardening, you know that the plants, the seeds which you plant are not producing fruit, are the ones which need to go because we're not doing anything. So they're just taking up food for no reason. So you take them out so that others can grow. That's life, isn't it? But when it happens to somebody, oh, it's racism, oh, it's discrimination, oh, it's the government. They're doing nothing with their time. They're not helping out, not producing anything, but they want rewards. But when it comes to them, they get a new phone. When the old phone is broken, they buy a new one because why it's not working. So when somebody doesn't want to be with you because you're not working, why are you complaining? And somebody has something which is working. If the car is not working, they go fix it or they buy a new one. But if you want to fix them, if you're not working with me and I kick you out, oh, racism, oh, discrimination, oh, it's unfair, government trying to kill us all. People out there are complaining, oh, government is trying to get rid of us, government is spoiling our lives. So I ask you, what life do you have? Oh, nothing. I don't do anything in my life. So what life is that is spoiling already, which is already spoiled? They will get rid of the bad things in their lives, but once they are got rid of, no, it's different. It's different, man. No, because it goes, no, trying to get rid of me. That is life. The weak and the things which are not productive are the ones which don't make it forward. We all do it, and people are buying or selling things which are organic. They take out the ones which are not pure, and the pure ones are the ones which are going to sell because why? They are ones which have the value. So if you want to increase your value, add value to people, you want to be positive, be happy, be consistent to yourself, improve your knowledge, your looks, your side, love yourself, be compassionate, love yourself, love others, be consistent, be persistent. That's when you increase your value. Otherwise, you'll be left behind, guys. So from this pandemic, those who are not prepared for the future will be left behind. Those who are not prepared to go ahead in this life, who don't want to switch, will be trying to be left behind. Companies rise, companies fall. Products come, products go. That is a life cycle. Everything has a beginning, has an end. So why are you complaining when your end has come? Why are you complaining? When I was ended, you didn't say anything because they're like, it's their time to come. But it's your time to go. Don't start complaining, oh, I need to go, Your time has come to go. Your time has come to go. So if you're already watching, this is your time to come. Do not get left behind. You have a choice to move on ahead, go with the trends, get in, but if you don't, left behind. This is the parting of the wheat and the tare. The negative and the positive. All people are merging to realize what you've been through, those hatred, those discriminations, hating, it did not work. That normal what people want to go back to did not work, guys. So people were hungry, people were result of poverty, people were killing, people were distressed. That system which was there before, it benefited a few, but the majority were not benefiting. So that's why it's getting rid of. I mean, those who complain don't want to get part of it, you're going left behind. That's normal. There's always an X. People who you leave behind because you weren't able to work together. That's normal. So if you're going to be an X of the system, goodbye. You can change. You can man up, woman up. You can make a change. If you want to change, you want to be too arrogant. If you want to be too, oh, I'm not that. Get left behind. No stories at all. Because that's life. Those who don't want to change, great. The train is leaving. The platform is going on. For those who are on the train, are the ones who go to the destination. Don't wait for those who are coming. Hey, I'm coming in an hour's time. Bye. The wheat and the tare, the positive and negative, the heaven and hell is coming. The end of an era, the new age is upon us. Sound the ram's horn. It's look now, people in Europe now and America now is kind of falling down. Look at the statistics. People are getting a lot. Africa is the least hit out of all the places I've seen in the IMF website. So things are changing, guys. Things are shifting around. Within 6 months, 7 months, a lot has changed. Many industries have dropped, but we are still positive. Why? Because we look to the future. That is ending, another one is beginning. That is ending, another one is beginning, guys. So when one door is closing down, another one is taking off. When one plane is landing, another plane is landing off. When you got an X lives your life, another one comes in. Beauty of life, there's always abundance. So don't ever cry of people who will leave you. But wish them goodbye and say bye from a party. Don't come back. Good grief. The life is abundant. There's enough for everyone. So do not fight for what's not yours. Do not complain. Do not cheat. Everything what is yours will come to you. Believe it. Take action and come to you and defend it. And also you have to fight for it because people want what is yours. But never ever cry for things that you've lost. You're alive. If it's a house you've lost, yes. I've lost a car. I've lost a house. I've lost clothing in my car. It did pain. It hurt. But It is hard, indeed hard, but you move on and you get, hey, you become free. Yet again, depends on what you want as a person, isn't it? But the point is, guys, never complain, never argue, never be jealous, never be insecure, because there's enough for you, there's enough for everybody. Some things you have are not really good for you because they hold you down. It's up to you, but if it kills you, it will kill you. Don't bring others with you. The point is, be positive, be happy, be cheerful, look on the bright side, look on what's going on, follow the things that will bring you joy and others joy without hurting others. 2020 was a year of positivity and negativity, but it all happened, isn't it? 2020 is a year of 40. You add them together, 20, 20, 40. 40 is the days for fasting, for patience, for testing your character, your attitude. And this year, we got tested. We got tested. I had moved like 4 or 5 times, parking, moving up and down. I moved 1, 2, 3, 4. I've moved 5 times this year because of the pandemic. I had to move. I had a lot of stuff. I had to pack bags. I had to leave some stuff behind where I was before because I had to move. Sometimes, days notice. The day I had to move on the same day in the morning because of the pandemic. I had to move. I had no choice. I had packing. I was sweating. I had to push stuff. I had to push. But compared, no. You're trying to play. Oh God, it's tough. But I got a better place. So sometimes you're gonna let go and see what happens. Sometimes you're gonna move the next day. Say, I'm ready. Let's go. You gotta move again, or you can let go. Let's go. Always be ready to move on, to be happy. And sometimes if you get comfortable, you don't want to move. Like, I don't want to move. I'm comfortable here. I like what I'm doing. Yeah, and when people are very comfortable, oh God, no, it's too much deals. I mean, what? Get out there, wake up 9 in the morning. That's too early. No. What? Work 1 hour a day? No. Do you come and do pain? No. What? Love my wife? No. She love herself? No. What? Cook for my husband? No. Cause my woman? No. No. What? Wash the car? Why not? It'll rain. No, it's too much work. It's not for me, mate. I'm a type, not for me, not for our type, not for those other people, I'm this, I'm that, I'm privileged, I'm black, I'm white, I don't do those things. Nah, it's just, I don't feel like it. No, I'm not in the mood. It's hard work. I'm not bothered. You'll be left behind, isn't it? Always be bothered, always care, because the things you don't care about, the ones which will kill you or might destroy you, or might bring you your happiness today. It's involved, isn't it? Winning, guys. It has been a beautiful hour with you. Awesome. Hope you got plans for the next year. Make sure you are planning your next year, guys. Get your goals down. I've got my diaries. I've got 2. I've got a couple of diaries I use. This is my new one. I just got another one. And make sure everything you have in your diary is written down. Trust me, it's not empty. Over the years, it's been hiding for a year now. So make sure you write down in your diaries everything you're doing, so it's not empty at all. That's my proof. Everything I'm writing on, I put it in there. I've got it. Learning a language, I put it there. Says a little bit of how old it is. This is my book. It's my antique because of that. It's an empty page. I got all this writing. So all this writing down in there. Plannings, all that. So that's the importance of a book. If you write down, I've got this all there. So I've got evidence what I've been working on the last year. The date is there. I forgot at the time, so that's what I do with the diary. I always fill it in. That is coaching. Women of coaching. I took down notes for levels of confidence. So what you need to do yourself, guys. So you need to write down whatever you put in. You can go back and review and see it's what I did. You have notes, is good. You can research, you can write, you can do a lot of evidence and records. It's the beginning of a new era, guys. I hope you are great. I hope you're prepared. The tear, the negative is being left behind. Everything's shifting to the mind, to the cloud, to the heaven. The cloud, heaven is the things which are symbolic of the above. The new heaven, the new earth, everything's shifting. The whole world is shifting to a new era. If you're not on the cloud, you can stay behind. You can do the soul of physical, but majority of the things on the cloud. Everything's coming digital. Cloud, heaven, all those are similar words. Digital, it's not physical. It's not tangible, you cannot hold. Digital, cloud, heaven, things that you cannot comprehend. The physical is being left behind. So if you're still operating in the physical, doing a lot of gymming, doing a lot of that, you got physical sports, Everything's going to the mind, where the mind and the heart, the feelings and the force is going back to the original. The beginning is the end, the alpha and the omega. In the beginning was where it began, and the end shall be the same. Because the beginning, what gave life, and life at the end comes back to life. It's a cycle all over again. Learn your maths, learn your astrology. Don't let these things creep up on you. Because maths, the numbers never lie. The numbers never lie. 2020 is a number. December is a number 10. So 2020, 10. 20 is half of 2020. Oh, just making it up, maybe. But December is the deck is 10 in the Roman numerals, guys. Sept is 7. Octagon is 8. I know about the 9. But 10 is oct, isn't it? So octagon is a 10, guys. So am I lying? How's that shapes, mathematical shape, geometry? 7. September, November, October, November, December. September, October, November, December. 7, sept. Even in French, sept, is it? With north. 10. So there's 12. So there's 2 more. So know your maths, guys. Know your numbers. Numbers never lie. That's why you find to be successful in business. You must have your account to see what's coming in, what's going out. That's how you can determine your records, how much money you're making, because you see how much you're going in, how much you're spending, how much is coming in, guys. The key is to have much more coming in than much more going out. That's your key. In everything you do, you want to increase your money. So you want to have less going out and more coming in. That's how you can sustain yourself. If you have more going out and less coming in, you're in big trouble. Especially now, you're in big trouble. You are so much in trouble. So the key point is your numbers never lie. Know your numbers. How many people in your house? How many shoes do you have? How many things you need to buy? What's the number? How much do I need to add? How much do you need to subtract? Numbers never lie. Have multiple streams of income, guys. There are many things you can apply to. Have 5, 6 of them. People say, oh, run around to one stretch one thing. If one thing works very well, that's good. But have at least 3, 4, 5 things coming in. You can write a book. You can do a video. YouTube business on there. You can do affiliate marketing. You can have your job if you're still there. Do a side business. Everything happens because one thing shuts down. You got 6 more. Don't use it as in playing on relationships or having affairs. That's different. But it's up to you. But because if you get caught, that's a big difference. But this year has taught us a big lesson. Mine was never complain, and things always change. Anything can change at a minute. Be ready to change. That's how I've learned this year, is be ready for anything. Always be ready. I had to move at a second. I had to move there. Everything came in. I wasn't prepared for some things. Like, whoa, I got to rush. Listen to the universal, listen to God, listen to the mind when it says do it then and then. Never ever. Delay is disaster. So that's what this year taught me. Delay is disaster. Do things there, now and then. Be ready for change. Anything can change at the moment. Always be positive. Because you know what's coming around the corner. Always be big up on the problem. Don't wait for the problem to solve it. Solve it before it comes. Don't wait for the year to come and make a resolution. Do it then before it comes. Those are my lessons that I learned in 2020. Anything can change. Always be positive. Be grateful for the things you have. Don't depend on constant things, because things are always changing. And always be loyal to yourself and to your values. Don't give in to people's opinions or whatever they think about you. Those are my takeaways for the year. I don't know about yours, but leave me a comment in the description or send me a message. Tell me what you came through with. Hope you're great. Hope you're fine. It's been an hour now and a couple minutes. I shall see you great another time. Shall see you in the next year, which is in 3 hours. Take care of yourself, guys, and always know. Now you know, be positive, meaning don't change your mind, be happy, look on both sides, focus on what you got. That's positivity. Go towards what you stimulates you, whether good or bad, that's positivity. So now you understand a bit more about being positive. And don't forget to check out my positive podcast. Leave a link there as well. Shalom, shalom, shalom. The Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Thy greed don't come, thy God don't come, thy kingdom come. Take care.